What's up, guys? Liver Dragon here. So, bear with me because I'm kind of sick, but this past Saturday I attended the Houston Regionals um, in Texas, and I got 25th place out of 447 people. I went 7-2, and yeah, it was really awesome. I got my invitation, and I showed everybody that windups are still good. I wish I could have went 8-1 and could have top eighted, but rabbits just drew way too well against me. My only losses were to a rabbit deck and a mermail deck. The mermail deck drew reborn both games. He 2-0'd me because of that, and then later in game two, I was able to pull. Like, he reborn my Thunder King and attacked me down to 2,000 HP. And I was able to stall him out a really long time with Messenger of Peace, but when I was going off for a game to do 8,000 damage to him, he, like when I finally got the Thunder King off the field so I could factory search, um, I was going to OTK him and he maxed me, so I just stopped and hoped that because I didn't want him to draw Effect Veiler or Drag and then just be able to MST my Messenger or Heavy Storm me. So I just stopped, and then, of course, he drew the Heavy Storm off the one card he drew from Maxed. So he Heavy Stormed me and gave me. But, yeah, it happens. People get lucky. And then the Rabbit player, game one, I took it really easily. I just spammed a bunch of monsters. And then game two, he had the Starlight Road from my Mirror Force, which was, like, way too good. And he went first, so he just had advantage the entire time. And then game three, he had every single out. He had I had Spirit Reaper, and he had Fiendish Chain and Guaiba to attack over it. I had to warning the Guaiba, and then he summoned Rabbit and made phase two. I set Snowman and ended, and then he went Tour Guide for Dolka, and it was just ridiculous. So yeah, people get lucky or whatever. And yeah, I'm just gonna get on with the deck profile. So I ran triple Windup Rabbit. This is one of the best windups. It was amazing. And then triple Windup Rat. This put in so much work. It was such a good card the entire time. And then triple Windup Shark. So good. It was amazing. And then one Windup Magician, the Lone Magician. So good. Every time I drew it, I won. And every time I searched it with Factory, I won. It was just such a good card. I ran Windup Soldier for Invoker. And it was actually great to draw. I love drawing this card because it was such a large beater. I attacked over Thunder King with it once. And then one Windup Warrior because I wanted to be able to make more plays. And I wanted to be able to Invoker twice if they left my Invoker off the field, which I did countless times. And I actually didn't draw it that much, but anytime I did, it actually wasn't that bad because I just summoned it and summoned a rat and went into a rank 5 or went into Shockmaster. It made Shockmasters great because you can up rats level to make it a level 4. So that's why I liked it. That's why I ran it. And then that's it for my windups. And I ran a small TG engine. I ran 2 TG Warwolves. This card was so good. Like this card was ridiculous. This card is amazing in this deck. It just makes it so I can just spam the field with things and just overwhelm my opponent. And then I ran 1 TG Rush Rhino. It was really, really good. It allowed me to attack over a bear that had 3 tankies up. And yeah, it was just a great card. It was a nice beater, and it searched out my Warwolf, so I just loved it. Then I ran Striker, but I'm definitely going to take this out because it was really conflicting with Windup Rabbit, because in order to special summon it, I would have to banish my Windup Rabbit, and then it was a level 2, so it had absolutely no synergy with the deck. It was just there for making cool synchro plays, but I never made a synchro ever with it. It was alright because I set it and was able to search out Warwolf to overwhelm my opponent for game next turn, but I really didn't like it. I think I'm going to take it out. It didn't do much for me. I really didn't like it. Because, when I have a Windup Rabbit on the field, I would have to banish the Windup Rabbit in order to summon my Striker. And a level 2 is nothing compared to a level 3 in this deck. So I always like didn't summon it and just kept it in my hand and just used the rabbit to exceed. And then spells, I ran the best spell card in existence. Not really, but this card won me so many games. Every time I drew this, if it didn't immediately get MST'd or Heavy Stormed, I won the game. That's how good this card is. It just generates so much advantage. It's way too much advantage. Like, this card was too powerful. Like, this card is ridiculous. This is why wind-ups are still amazing, because this card is just way too good. It just allowed me to always have constant advantage. No matter what my opponent did, I was always able to rat per turn or rat and shark per turn and everything. And I ran triple fire formation Tenki. It searches out my rabbit or TG Werewolf. So it was just amazing. Like, I would search out, like when I opened with it, I would search out my rabbit so I can have a first turn rabbit play, which is always amazing. So that's why I ran 3, because being able to first turn rabbit just instantly puts you in a really good situation. And if you have factory, it puts you in a winning position. So that's why I decided to run 3, and I really wanted to run 3, and I was like, but I wouldn't have ran 3 if my only target was rabbit. So that's why TG Werewolf was really good. I searched it out a couple times, not as much as rabbit, but it was there for when I needed to OTK my opponent and win that turn. So it was just great. I could just Tenki for it and special summon it. This card was so good. Every time I drew it, I was just able to spam the field full of Xyz monsters and just do crazy plays. So it was amazing. And even if I didn't do that, it was a nice floater that I could attack for 1300 with Tenki, and it would search out my Rhino. So it was great. And 3 Tenki was amazing the entire time. It never got MST'd, and because, like, and if it did get MST'd, it'd just be, like, amazing if I have factory. Like, I actually think it did get MST'd 2 times or 1 time. It was probably, like, once. But, if it does get MST'd, then that's really, really good, because you can just play your factory without having to worry about it. So, like, factory is so much better. I ran double MST. This was one of the MVP cards during the day, so I think I'm going to take out TG Striker for a 3rd MST. This just did so much work, and I cited in the 3rd one a lot. It was great. And I ran double Pot of Duality. My reasoning behind this was that if you get factory, you're in such a good position for winning. So I wanted to maximize my my ability to get factory to hand. So I ran double Pot of Duality. It was so good. I late drawed it a couple times, but it didn't really matter because I had all my plays set up because of factory, and I searched out factory with it, and I searched out magician with it once, and I searched out shark with it a lot, or like a trap card to defend myself. So it was amazing. I'm definitely keeping it. And then Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Pot of Avarice. They were all really good. And for traps, MVP trap card was Torrential Tribute. This did so much work. Against Fire Fist, it was amazing. Just rabbit dodge and blow up my opponent's monster. Against rabbit, it was great. Against pretty much any deck, it was just really, really good. I usually waited to use it to a point where I would get advantage off of it, unless I was like forced to. But it was so good. Definitely MVP trap card. I ran 2 bottomless trap balls. This was so good. I love this card. Against Mermail's Torrential Tribute was great too. 2-dimensional prisons. This was really good. My entire trap lineup was cards that I wanted to be good against Mermails, so this card was great. I really like it. And then I ran double Mirror Force. This card was amazing. This card is so good right now. It was just so good. I loved the card. And then the One Solemn Warning is that one. Every time I drew this, it was just amazing. And then the One Solemn Judgment, every time I drew this, it was just amazing. And then extra deck. And 1 Levier, obviously. It makes some really, really crazy plays. So you can spam the field and get that 8,000 damage in. And it was really, really good. It was amazing. I had my opponent activate Dimensional Fissure on me, and because of the TG engine, my opponent sided in Dimensional Fissure because they didn't see much of the windups. They just saw a rabbit. So they thought I was playing like a weird TG deck. So he sided in Dimensional Fissure instead of siding in Hand Traps, which was amazing for me because I could play around Dimensional Fissure, but Hand Traps kind of hurt me. So this card was great for that situation because my rat got killed, and so I just got it with Levier. And then MVP in the extra deck, MX Saber Invoker. This card was too good. It really, 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 really allowed me to just go for game so often. Just put so many monsters on the field that my opponent can't deal with. If they don't, they kind of have to focus on the other things, like my level or my rank 5 or something. They have to get that off the field more than this, and then when they leave it, I can just use its effect again. Leviathan Dragon, this was really good. Wind Up Zen Mains, this was amazing too. Tim Tempo, he won me a game or two. Like, he won me about 2 games. He was really good, but he wasn't a very often choice. Shockmaster, I actually only made it about once, and it was because I was facing a heavy monster deck, and it just instantly shut him down and won me the game. But I didn't summon it very much, actually. I usually went for a rank 5 play instead, because my opponent had a field that I wanted to deal with. But yeah, amazing card. You can make it really easily. I ran Diamond Direwolf. I only made it once, but it was really good because I popped a back row with it. The only reason I see running it is so I can pop back row, but it's a great card. And then Photon Papula Operative. This was so good, not just for papping up my rat, but for using it on my opponent's monsters. It won me a game when I used it on a Zen Mains and then just attacked with this, Invoker, and Levier, and it was just so good. Then Utopia. This is important for a certain OTK, and it was just a good card. I didn't make it too much, though. Maestro, this was a nice defender sometimes, but I didn't make it too much. Rank 5, Zenmayo. This was so good. I loved this card so much. It was just amazing. Like, when you're playing this card, you have to be able to call your opponent's back row. And I only made it when I knew they had a Mirror Force or a Dimensional Prison. If they had like a bottomless, I would have made Tyros. Because I can usually call what my opponent has based on what they have used already and stuff. So it was amazing. It just got rid of Mirror Forces. One time I got rid of a set Dark Hole that my opponent set to help defend the War Chariot. So yeah, Zenmayo was amazing. Tyros, this card was really, really good. Allowed me to do crazy things. Just, I call it the Mirror Force right usually, so I would just go into that, pop their stuff. I ran Adrius. It was actually really, really good. I liked it a lot. I don't know if I'm going to take it out for Volcasaurus or not. Like, I'm definitely going to run Volcasaurus when it comes out next weekend. But I don't know if I'm going to cut Adrius or not, because Adrius is really good. It can pop other things. But I'm definitely going to run Volcasaurus, because it's just such a good card. And yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to cut Adrius. I ran Naturia Beast. Never made it. There's a crazy combo that you can do with it, though. And then I ran Catastor, which I never made. So to make Naturia Beast, it was a great idea in theory, but it just didn't work well for me. So you special summon Striker, and then you, if you have a rabbit in your grave, you can go Rat Effect for Rabbit, and then use Rabbit's effect to banish Rat, and then Synchro Naturia Beast or Catastor, and it'd be amazing, like, second turn play, but I really just never did it. I never made any of the Synchros, so I'm definitely going to cut Striker and cut these Synchros, probably for Volcasaurus or an Acid Golem. There's a couple situations where I could have made Acid Golem for game, or Gaga Gunman, because I could have made Gaga Gunman for game a couple times. It wasn't very often, but it was still a good card. So yeah, I'm definitely taking these out and Striker out. I'm gonna run my third MST in the main. So then extra deck, side deck. I sided one Abyss Dweller. I sided this in against every Mermail deck I played, and it was great. Really easy to summon. And then I ran 2 Thunder Kings. I sided these in for Mermails every single time, and I sided in against Fire Fist all the time. It was just amazing. 1 Spirit Reaper for rabbits, and 1 Snowman Eater for rabbits, which I drew both against the rabbit player, but he just had the answers. He had Phoenix Chain, and then he had Rabbit and Torgai for Dolka, which was ridiculous, because they're both semi-limited. And I ran Wind Up Hunter. I never sided it. It was for like Chain Burn or Final Countdown, but I never played against any of those decks. I'm probably going to take it out. There's really no need for it. So I had Double Dimensional Fissure. I sided this in against Mermails. It won me a game against the Mermails. It was great. And then Double Messenger of Peace. This card was really, really good. I loved it. I sided in against Rabbits and Mermails. It helped me stall for a ton of turns. He could not get rid of it against Mermails. And, yeah, it was just really, really good. And, I didn't really get to use it effectively, but it definitely helped me stall forever. Eventually, till I could get that Thunder King off the field. And then the 1 MST, which I'm going to main now. And then I sided Double Mind Crush, which I sided versus Mermails every single time. And, never called Gundy with this, because I read it, and it says if it's discarded, not like buy a water monster or anything. So don't Mind Crush Gundy. But you can Mind Crush like Abyss Megalo or Molten Glacia or whatever, and it was really, really good. And then I sided Double Trapstone, which I never sided in, but it was a great option for Fire Fist and... Oh, no, actually, I sided in. I meant I never drew it. I sided in against Fire Fist and Rabbit. And if I would have drawn it, it probably would have been amazing. It just allows me to go into Zenmaio and pop things without fear. So really, really good. Or, like, just allows me to no fear for the entire turn. And, yeah, that was the deck I took to the Houston Regionals. March 1st, 2013 format. Lineups are still good. I went 7-2. My losses were to Mermails and Rabbits. And I 2-0'd a Mermail, and I beat Rockstun that main triple skill drain and sided Rivalry, and then I won against Black Wings one time, and then there's one scrub that I played against round 2. I don't even know what his deck was. And then it was just like a chaos deck. And then I played against... who did I play against next? I played 2 Fire Fists, which I really don't think Fire Fists are that good of a deck. I kind of had an easy matchup against them because they don't really do much. Like all they do is pop my things, which a lot of things they can't even pop, like Tyros, and they can't really get over it. And I Diamond Direwolf to set Tensu, so he wasn't able to spam the field. And, yeah, all they do is really just maintain advantage and, like, just pop things. But they don't really have any really big power plays. They just go into, like, a 2200 monster. So, I don't think they're all that good. I 2-0'd one, and then the other one was taking in Gladiator Beasts. And she won the first game, and I won the next 2. And then, I played against... let me think. I played against a, so I played, round 9 was Mermails, round 9 was Fire Fist, round 8 was Mermails, round 7 was, whatever. If you want to go, then, yeah, like and favorite if you enjoyed, and, like for more, and subscribe for more, and then windups are still good. So I think I proved it well enough. If that rabbit player didn't draw amazing on me, then I would have went X1 and top. Or if that Mermail player didn't draw Reborn both games and Heavy Storm game 2, I would have topped. But the deck is still amazing. I got 25th place out of about 500 people, and it was one of the biggest regionals in the history. And yeah, lineups are still really, really good. I really liked the deck, and I really wanted to prove that they were good, so that's what I did. Went 7-2.